White Morels, huh? I got my morel hunting dogs with me today. Let's see if they can sniff any out. First morels. Oh, here's another nice morel. An LB dog. But this has been a great season for morels. I'm at another spot where I usually find morels. It's kind of a, well, here it's kind of an unusual spot. The boxers are going to step all over them. Come on. Anyway, it's kind of an unusual spot because it's all juniper and it's in the blazing sun. But for some reason, this little hill here, every now and then we'll get a few whites. There's one here. There's one here. And then I spotted this one back here underneath this old choke cherry. Up here in northern Michigan, there's really no rhyme nor reason. I find most of my morels under apple trees up here. The oldest and the biggest apple tree you can find. But then yesterday I found about 150 whites with some friends in total hardwoods. So whites, they pop up all over the place. It's kind of a neat spot. There's not too many here, but every now and then you get a good little bunch out of this little section. It always produces. Now, I'm not a big morel eater, but I have a lot of friends that are. And you have to have a sharp eye. I don't know if any of you can see. As I was walking out of this area, I checked this area pretty good and I thought I'd found everything. But if you can see in this picture, there's a morel underneath that juniper right there. I'm about 12 feet away, 15 feet away. Turned around and I seen him right there in that shadow. So keep a sharp eye out because they're pretty elusive. Now as I move through here, there's another one knocked over already laying right there. And another little one right here. So I gotta check underneath these junipers really good. 'Cause, they're all in here. I don't know if you see that one right there. He's right in the juniper. I'm getting a nice little mess already. See that? And I'm not even in my good spot yet. Wow, I seen this one through the juniper. He's pretty hard to see. Again, I was getting ready to leave this area, which is all junipers. It's all just these scrubby junipers. I mean, you can find morels just about anywhere. It's like gold panning. You find morels where they are. Just like the same thing goes for gold. You find gold where it is. And there is a morel right there. And as I come around, he's hidden way underneath this juniper. Beautiful morel. They've been just in fantastic shape this year. It's almost June, and normally we're coming to the end of morel season. But there is, I mean, look at this. There's no bugs, no dirt, no nothing. They're just picture perfect morels coming out of this area. I'll keep looking. There's got to be more in here. Oh, right there. There's another one underneath these junipers. Just picture perfect. See if I can get that in the light for you. There you go. Here's another one. He looks like he's been chewed on a little bit. See, he's had a little bit of decay here. So I'm just gonna break this one up and give it back to the earth. Around here you even have to look inside the junipers. They're just popping right out of the middle. Right there, that's a really nice one. There's another one right there. Right here. Really nice one. I'm gonna sit here and look around. I usually look for little grass spots like this, but I very rarely find any amount of morels directly in cedars for some reason. I don't know if the ground's too wet or the pH of the soil is not correct, but I rarely find morels in the cedars up here, but I'll check this spot anyway. Maybe I'll get lucky. I am heading up to a secret spot that I have that nearly always produces, so we're kind of heading up that way right now. We'll see what we get. Now, the hardwoods are normally good for blacks, but after yesterday finding well over 100 whites in this very same type of woods, you just never know. It was all maple and everything. This is mostly maple and poplar, and you just never know. I look for a lot of leaf matter too. That helps with mushrooms quite a bit too. But I'm still heading towards my one good spot to see if there's anything there. Well, I just walked into my secret spot, and that's what I saw right off the bat. Big white morels. Right underneath a big old apple tree. So, we'll see how many's in there. I'm kind of looking around to see if there's any on the outskirts of this tree. This is a huge morel. Pushing up. On this side you really couldn't see it. If you pull the leaves away though, wow. With my hand, it fills my whole hand. I'm gonna get my knife out for this one. Here we go. Nice clean cut. I'll get my camera situated here. I mean, that's all, my whole hand. And there's really no bug damage or anything. Really good shape. Oh, I just looked off to my right. There's another giant white. Here's a little white. And here's a couple more. The tops have been chewed off. And that can be deer that do that, turkeys, slugs. And as I'm sitting here, I'm seeing several more white morels. One here, right there, a couple more up there, a couple more over here. They're all over in this spot. Albie, he's loving it. But anyway, this is, you can see the leaf matter and debris and rotting logs and stuff. Morel right next to that log there. But this is one of those spots that always produce. So when you find a white morel spot, you should make note of it. There's a few pines around. But I have several spots that produce whites every year, and it's just a matter of getting there before the animals do. Another little trick that I do is I always leave like my hat or put a stick in the ground to mark the spot of where I found a morel, So when I work the area, I can always use that as a marker, because they usually are in clusters. In this case, they're all underneath this apple tree. It's a huge apple tree. 100-year-old apple tree. That's why I always go to the biggest, oldest apple trees in the woods. Here I'm under this great big old dead maple tree. Well, it's not completely dead, but it's on its way. And then right there, which is a white morel. I'm sure there's more around here. I don't see any, but I'm gonna scan this area and look for more. But that's what I mainly look for, is just old apple trees, you know, dying trees, whatever you can find, because you just never know. White morels are a little different than blacks. They can be just about anywhere. And I'm gonna keep going. As you can see, I'm in a pretty hardwood area. Normal for blacks. Here's another white right here. Little guy. So you just gotta keep your eyes open. You can find them just about anywhere. Here's one I just about stepped on. Stepped right over it. There's nothing really here that gives it away, other than a lot of leaf matter. I always look for the leaf matter, and you can see that's everywhere in here. Eastern side of hills seem to have pretty good luck too. They like that cool morning sun, I think, versus the hot afternoon sun. But doing pretty good. Doing pretty good already. About a half a bag full. Add this guy, he's pretty good size. Again, very good condition. A little bit of a hole, not much though. And I always put my morels, let me rephrase that, I never put morels in a plastic bag, because they need to breathe. They should go in a paper sack or an onion sack. Because if you put them in a plastic bag, they just sporulate and they get disgusting and they melt, and it's just a mess. So never put them in a plastic bag. Well, I'm back home, and right here is my weekend total. It's a little bit over 80 morels. I got a few grays, and the rest were all whites, and some gigantic whites too. So I'm going to give you a close-up shot of everything that I got today. The first row is already starting to dry, and then I'll be drying the rest of the morels that you see during the rest of the week. So because I don't really eat morels, but I give them to friends and family quite a bit, and the best way that I think is just to dry them on paper, and then when they're fully dry, you put them in a mason jar and seal them, and they'll be good for at least a couple years. So that's how I do it, but I'll give you a close-up shot of everything here. So there you go. These were my largest ones down here. And there was very few bugs and dirt or anything in the morels this year. This has been a phenomenal year for finding them. I know some people that have found hundreds and hundreds of them, so I'm not quite that lucky, but I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for watching.